What's up, Las Vegas? I'm your host, Mickey Rourke, and we have a very different show for you today. I would just like to say happy Star Wars Day to everyone. The show hopefully will be coming out on May 4th, otherwise this opening is not going to be useful at all. But we have some really fun things to do today on the show. We have a very special guest interviewee that we're going to talk about. Talk to and about. I can talk about her. She's my sister. It's fine and everything. But I'm going to give you guys a little hint on what we are going to be discussing today on the show. That's right. It's red. Are you really that surprised? But we're going to start it off right now with Bethany Titus. I had to remember what her last name was. For the first, 20 years of my life, I knew her as Bethany Rourke because she's my sister.
And it's actually been 20 years since marriage. So
so there you go. So that's kind of how it works out. That's right. You're older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the baby brother.
Baby.
Just saying there. You're here on the show today. Thank you for being on the show.
No problem.
I didn't even have to call Mom to make you be here, though, so that's really I appreciate that. But here it's Star Wars Day on the show, and you are here. I'm wearing my Star Wars shirt. You are obviously not in normal dress code. But the funny thing is, it actually will work with the dress code has changed. This would now work with dress code. But why are you dressed like a Jedi?
I am Jedi librarian.
You're a Jedi librarian.
Yes, I am in charge of all the knowledge of the Jedi.
Please tell me you use the Force to shelve books and everything.
That's
You're like, shh, there you go.
Isn't that the only way to shelve books?
I know. It's or get a bunch of Padawans and everything, and it's up the ladder.
Oh, I don't let them touch the books.
Oh, you don't let them touch the books.
No.
And we saw how important the books are. Yoda torched them.
Are you sure he torched them?
I'm sorry. Is this spoilers? Have you not seen the latest movie? If you haven't, good for you. It was bad. I'm sorry. I'm a fan, but it was bad. No, but you're actually part of a lightsaber guild. That's the best way to kind of describe this.
Yeah.
So, what is the name of your guild called?
The National Guild is Saber Guild.
Okay.
And the local temple is Nar Shaddaa.
Nar Shaddaa. And where did you get the name Nar Shaddaa?
Well, we're in Vegas.
Yeah.
And Nar Shaddaa is the moon of the gambling and smuggling planet.
Which makes sense. And she just happens to be a Jedi librarian on a gambling and smuggling planet. Because that's what Jedis do. They go to where there's trouble. But you actually brought some toys. I already showed you one earlier. This is the one I like the most and everything because it makes noise. None of the others make noise and everything. Actually, when you first turn this on, there's a little button down here. You take it out and it talks to you and everything. I kind of want this to be like Kit from the Knight Rider. And just and it'll talk to you every once in a while going, you shouldn't do that, Luke. No.
Now somebody's going to want to make that.
Now someone's going to want to make that. See, that's just cool. Look! See, hers doesn't make a sound, so mine's cooler that way. Unfortunately, the button doesn't work. We got to put this back in to turn it off somewhere. Wow, that makes a lot of noise. But you brought some other. So these can all be used for combat, right?
Correct.
So you can actually hit against other. You shouldn't hit each other with these.
We stop short of hitting.
You stop short of hitting.
Yes, we all go through.
How very Jedi.
Well, for safety.
Do you have to keep telling that rules to other Sith and everything?
Not the Sith, really.
Not the Sith? The Sith don't need explanation of the rules?
No.
Wow, that's kind of disappointing when you say that like that. But why? What do you guys do?
Well,
do you obviously you just don't go out to a park somewhere and just hit
we
lightsabers?
Do for practicing, because all of our fights are choreographed.
Okay.
As you are seeing.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to turn this off so you can probably see there's probably video playing behind us of really cool maneuvers. We're going to pretend it's really cool maneuvers. It might not be. But why? Why do you do this?
We are also affiliated with a few other guilds. The 501st, the Mandalorian Knights, and Rebel Legion.
I've heard of the 501st. Those are all the stormtroopers that go around and the Vaders and stuff like that. I've seen them in parades. Yeah. But that's the only one that's actually licensed by Lucasfilms, right?
All four of us are licensed by Lucasfilms and Disney.
Wow.
In fact, last year at Star Wars Celebration in Orlando, all the Saber Guilds did performances on stage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember they have a little show at Disneyland. I took my daughter to it and everything. She totally wailed on Darth Vader, like took his legs out and everything. It was great because she didn't follow the choreography and she didn't stop short. Just saying. All right. So with that, so you do other things involved. It's a nonprofit organization, but you do some actual really good. You were telling me that you were part of Make-A-Wish?
Make-A-Wish.
Make-A-Wish. What does your group do with Make-A-Wish?
For Make-A-Wish, the global one, because all of the 4 guilds do Make-A-Wish, globally actually, because all 4 guilds are global. They call us up and they have us come in costume. We talk to kids. We do the parties with them. We go to hospitals. We're part of the Make-A-Wish.
I'm just going to keep picking up different lightsabers just to let you all know.
He's a kid. See what I had to live with?
I normally play with swords. I'm a pirate. These are like laser swords or lightsabers.
Locally, we also do the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation. And all of our proceeds go to the kids for Camp Cartwheel.
So what is Camp Cartwheel?
Camp Cartwheel allows kids with disabilities, cancer, and other life-threatening diseases to go to camp for 2 weeks with their siblings.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and we actually go out every weekend, and we run them through the Padawan training. We also now have...
never make it.
We now have Sith training, too.
Yes!
Yeah.
So not every kid wants to be a good guy.
No, so we teach you some basic moves and some basic moves.
She's going to teach us some of the choreography later. Basic moves and choreography. So
there we go.
She forgot what the word is. She's a librarian. So, well, I want to thank you for coming out. So before we get over to the choreography, I want to ask, in this the same way I kind of end all my interviews, I'm going to ask you 5 questions just to see what a Jedi librarian would kind of answer. So question number 1, which for the life of me I can't remember, so I'm going to skip to question number 2. If you have a superpower, what would it be? You can't have the Force.
I can't have the Force?
Can't have the Force. Something other than the Force.
Well, my always go-to is just magic. I always wanted to be it.
Nah, you don't have to explain. No explanation. Okay. Just magic. Just magic. What she wants. She wants magic. All right. If animals could talk, who do you think would be the rudest?
The rudest?
Rudest.
Aardvark.
Aardvarks. Interesting answer. I'm going to ask her about that more later, but she's not going to explain it now. Question number 3. If you could get rid of any inanimate object, technically this is question 4 because I skipped one. If you could get rid of any inanimate object in the world, what would it be? Just one. Just
one inanimate object?
Yeah.
Doors?
Doors.
I don't know why.
The bathroom's kind of awkward, but okay.
It's the first thing that came to mind.
And is there any bizarre fact that you know? That's question 1. I remembered what question 1 was. Is there any bizarre fact that you know?
That I know? A bizarre fact?
A bizarre fact. Like would not be useful in a trivia contest at all. Just one of those weird, bizarre things
at all?
You know.
Ooh. I don't know any bizarre facts.
Do you know any facts?
Well, yeah, but...
Like it's not the tumor.
Yeah, no, it's not a tumor. It's a headache. I don't know any bizarre facts.
Oh, there you go. Okay, last question. Do you have a useless talent?
Useless talent?
Useless, not useful. Useless talent.
Everyone thinks
Ivan weird. In the last episode wiggles his ears. Hopefully you guys have been asking Ivan to do that every time you see him. But
for some strange reason, I can knit and read a book at the same time.
Knit and read a book at the same... You're right. That is extremely useless. Because how do you open the book? I don't want to know. So we're going to cut...
Weird fact.
Weird fact.
Weird fact. The mountain on the island of Hawaii, that's how you pronounce it, Hawaii, is the tallest mountain in the world.
There you go.
Not the highest. Not the highest. The tallest.
Because there's a difference between height and tall. Just saying. So, with that, we're going to cut here. We're going to go to a commercial to talk about the game night we have here at UPS, and then we're going to come back, and Bethany's going to show us some choreography moves.
Yep.
All right. Take it away.
Everybody's welcome at game night. We've got games of all kinds. Meet new people. Step out of the routine.
So, but I am making it. We're gonna have goods and cake.
Invite guests. The first rule of game night is everyone talks about game night.
Make a play.
Make a play.
Although game night can happen anywhere at any time, it usually happens in the large conference room on Fridays. Check your email for details. See you there!
We're back, and Bethany is going to, geez, you're Jedi Bethany. Really, tell me you have a different name.
I do.
What is it?
Shisu.
We can't say those words on television.
Yeah, we can.
Shishu?
Shesue.
We named the dog
Shishu.
Shishu.
Shishu seashells by the seashore. Alright, so Jedi Librarian Shishu is going to teach us some basic moves. So obviously we have some more additional Padawans here with us. You might recognize Adrian from Ship Change, and Nick, we usually leave behind the camera
What up, younglings?
for obvious reasons. So with that, Jedi Librarian Shishu.
Yes.
I'm not going to be able to say that without giggling.
Nobody can.
What do we do? What do we do? Teach us.
Okay, first thing, obviously, turn on our sabers.
Turn on our sabers. My, that's a nice hilt you have.
All right, so we.
Mine
Oh,
has
good.
one. All right. Now what?
All right, first one I'm going to teach you is the head hit.
Sorry.
Good thing we got dental.
Decapitation already.
I didn't say decapitation. I said head hit.
It's a lightsaber. There's going to be heads rolling. That's all I got to say.
So this one is you're going to be bringing it up over your head, and you just go down.
Oh, a sun shot.
Yes.
It's a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
So that's a head. All right. Now the other ones are shoulder, which
Shoulders, knees.
yeah, head, shoulder, yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Now with shoulder, you want to make sure your feet are kind of apart, and depending on which one you're going for first. So if you're going for their left shoulder, which is going to be right to you, you basically step and bring your saber around. Yep, exactly. And of course, to do the other side, you just bring it around and do.
Okay.
And you hit the host.
Yeah, get in
Do
there.
it again.
Wait, what?
Being raised with her, I got used to dodging real quick.
I want to swing a base. It's like a
Right,
baseball
right, right.
bat.
It's
Like, all
pretty
right,
much
let's
like
go.
swinging a baseball, but you're not going all the
No
way
one's
around.
shoulder is down here, Nick.
That's what
Unless you're fighting an Ewok.
Now it's easy to help you so you don't swing all the way through. If you notice, my blade, my hilt,
Okay.
is stopping on my wrist
Okay.
for safety reasons.
Safety. When I'm trying to take someone's head off, we gotta worry about
Gotta be
safety.
safe.
Yes, we
Gotta be
do.
Of course.
So
Right.
that's shoulder.
Shoulder. All right. So
Okay.
we have head, shoulders.
Right. Now to do leg, again you're stepping, but you're bringing it down. And you're aiming kind of like around their knee.
You're right, Nick. It is head, shoulders, knees, and
I'm
toes.
gonna hit you.
And then
Oh,
for
get it.
the other
That's the
side,
idea. That's the idea.
Well, not while we're practicing. I don't want to
Alright,
hit
you
you.
can practice it.
Get it.
Go for it.
Now, step forward and just go down.
You want to step forward with the way you're swinging. So if you're like this and you're going to
Uh-huh.
swing for that leg, you bring this forward.
Oh, okay.
Helps your momentum.
So I'm like this. Step forward and bring it down.
Yep.
All right.
She's gonna accidentally murder me.
Pretty much.
I totally want to pull an Indiana
I
Jones.
pretend I didn't learn well.
But that's what they like.
That's why you're a Sith.
This is why I don't lark everything.
I need one where the blade comes
Yeah.
out the bottom
That's
as well
suck.
too. That-
This is why I'm the older sister.
My wife takes laser guns and goes pew pew. That's kind of funny. I'm sorry. That had nothing to do with what we're talking about. But
No,
go
it
ahead.
didn't. So we're
All
good
right.
with the hits.
Yes, we're good with the hits. Can we start
All right. Blocking.
now? Okay. Is that important? We don't have much time. Quick, teach us a block.
Block. So a head block. You just bring it up.
Bring it up.
Because you're blocking your head.
Obviously.
And obviously you
Wait a minute. I have to include the hair.
you can do it the other way too. So it doesn't matter which way.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I am right-handed.
Holding it left-handed.
I know.
All right, I'm just.
So just for this.
You're swinging it. A pendulum.
So
Backward.
turn this way. and He's
backwards.
coming back.
Like
I swing
this
down.
and like this.
Now, locking shoulder. You're just going out. That's all you're doing for locking shoulder. And then
All
for. So we're good with shoulder?
We're good with shoulder.
Okay, so a really quick fight scene.
Blocking knees, jump.
No blocking knees goes down, but yeah.
What's he Nick? Jump. All right, quick fight scene. Quick.
All right,
Go
so
ahead.
Sith comes at me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boy, she won. Totally would not have blocked that. I would have won. Did y'all see that? I would have won.
So you're gonna do a headshot.
Oh, you're doing a headshot. Now that we actually know, and this is why this is choreographed.
Yeah. So, all right.
All
I'm
right.
gonna come at you, and I'm gonna go for that shoulder. So you're gonna block me.
Okay.
You ready? All right. I'm gonna go for the other shoulder. Now you're gonna go for my shoulders.
Go to knee. Another head.
Oh, that's great.
See, look at this. It's like we're fighting.
And then you have the sneaky sister that does this.
See, that was good on me. I was like totally with. All right, now it's your turn.
Let's do this.
I see violence
Don't
happening.
hit a lady.
All right. So
Say
Nick
something.
goes for a head while Adrian blocks the head.
Okay.
Oh, the head was this one, right?
I almost forgot.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta block it. Don't just stand there and let him do it. You gotta block it.
Right. Okay. Well, let's try again. Hang on.
All right. On the count of 3.
Move further back. Come up here. We have to come more downstage. They have to come more up.
Okay.
Go up.
Okay.
Go up. All right, there
Here
you
we
go.
go.
All right. All right. Ready?
Mhm.
Here we go. I'm gonna kill you. I'm like.
Okay, wait. I know how I'm gonna do it. I know how I'm gonna do it.
Okay,
Okay,
if you know where the stick's in.
Are you
okay.
sure?
Because I can do like this, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want to do. All right,
Okay.
let's do this. All right.
All right. Now you're gonna go
I
for
didn't
his
die.
left shoulder.
His left shoulder. All
And he's
right.
gonna block you.
Do you know which one's left?
No. Ready?
Yeah.
And then
That
we're gonna
wasn't
go for
the
the
thing,
other
but I don't
shoulder.
care.
I want to
Can't
get you
block.
so bad.
Come get me. Come get me.
Now he's gonna go for your shoulder.
Straight out, right? Right?
Yep.
Left shoulder.
There you go.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, come on. You gotta keep it
Now
tight.
his other
You
sh-
gotta-
Now force push him.
Who say what?
You better force push him because we've
Oh.
seen your blade work.
Can I just give him like a?
Wow, you just saw this. You got your armpit.
You gave me a hot
You took your whole. Okay, you know I'm gonna stop this. Thank you, Bethany, for attempting to teach her some sort of lightsaber skills. We're gonna.
That was great.
So we'd like to thank everyone for watching this segment. Once again, Bethany, thank you for joining us about the Nashada, the gambling.
Nashada.
Saberguild.org if you're interested in joining. You get to make cool outfits. You eventually get your own lightsaber, and you can fight with your sister, and your mom won't complain. So, with that, we'll see you in a bit.
Well, that brings us to a close of another What's Ups episode. And this is a special episode for me because not only did I get a chance to interview my sister, but this is actually my final What's Ups episode. Yeah, after this, I will no longer be the host of What's Ups. I'd like to thank Bethany, and I'd like to thank actually all my interview folks from the past that came onto the show and let me interview them and learn so much great stuff about them. I'd like to thank the crew behind What's Ups. You've made this job a lot of fun and really entertaining for me as well because they make funny faces behind the camera all the time that none of you actually get to see. Nick Spar actually is a wild man. I know it's not apparent, but it's true. He's just a total wild man. But anyways, like I said, it's been a great chance for me to be the host. I want to thank Bethany again for being my last interview, for teaching us that great lightsaber fighting, even though Adrian obviously was not paying attention at all. And this is your host, Mickey Rourke, giving you a final goodbye, and I'll see you around, Las Vegas.